everyone. In today's video, we are going to look at continuous monitoring. Continuous monitoring happens after you have deployed your application, and it involves ongoing real-time observation and assessment of the security posture, performance, and compliance throughout the life cycle of the application. It ensures that any vulnerabilities or issues are promptly identified and addressed, enhancing the overall security and reliability of the software. Now, with continuous monitoring, you can collect logs and metrics. You can create an alerts. So one of the tools out there which is very good at continuous monitoring is Datadog. With Datadog, you can monitor your infrastructure, the application performance. You can collect logs and manage logs, network monitoring, security monitoring, real-time alerts, and notification. So in today's video, our agenda is to do continuous monitoring with Datadog. So with that, we're going to set up Datadog account. And to be specific, we want to install the Datadog agent on Kubernetes cluster, and then we'll be able to enable, and then we are going to enable metrics and logs so that we can create monitors with those information that we get from our logs and metrics. So if you want to follow along, you can go to the Datadog website and sign up for a free account. So once you click on free trial, you'll be able to fill in your information here. And the region in which you create your account, anytime you log in, you want to make sure that region is selected. Otherwise, it won't let you in. So I already created an account. So this is my Datadog account, and this is the interface. Right now, if I go to infrastructure list, I don't have any infrastructure here for Datadog to monitor. So for you to integrate with any platform, gotta go to integrations and go to agent. Now we can see that we can install the Datadog agent on different platforms. Let's go to marketplace, and then you can see more platforms that are supported by the Datadog agents that you can install the Datadog agent on to do your monitoring. Okay, so in our case, we want to install the agent on Kubernetes cluster. So I have a minikube which I'm going to use, but it works the same way whether you are on AWS, GCP, or any cloud provider. So I'll be using the Helm charts. So once you click on it, you're going to see the installation instruction. The same way, if I want to install it on maybe Ubuntu server, if you click on that, you're going to see the installation instructions. So here we are going to use the Helm chart. So we are going to add the Helm repo. We do the update. And then we use this command to create Kubernetes secret. Now, once we download the Helm chart, the monitoring, metrics collection, log collection, all of those has been disabled in the values file. So we're going to create an override values file. We're going to copy this inside and add more content to enable logs on our Kubernetes cluster and other stuff. Once we finish, we're going to use the Helm install to install the Datadog agent. So all of these information I have put them in a bash shell script, and I've also created a GitHub repo where you can find all of these instructions. So it's public, so you can go ahead and clone it and then you'll be able to follow along with all the codes that I'm going to run. So this is what I'm going to run. I'm going to create a namespace, and I'm going to uh, run this. So make sure you change the API key here for the API key in your account. So let me show you real quick how to get to the API key. So once you sign up for an account, you go to your profile, then to organizations, then go to API keys, and then so here I have some API keys generated already. So if you want to generate a new API key, you can go ahead and give it a name, and then you can create an API key. So once you create your key, you can copy that key and then use it to create the Kubernetes secret. So here you're gonna put your key. You're gonna create a Kubernetes secret. Once that is done, so the commands we saw, let's download the repo. We do the update. So we check. This command will download a local copy of the Helm chart for you if it doesn't exist already. And then we are using the cat.eof to create the override values file. So here we set up the cluster name. We enable application performance monitoring. We want to collect logs, so we enable logs here. We set up a Datadog website. Cluster agent, we are enabling cluster agent, so we want to replicates of the cluster agent. We want to collect information on our Kubernetes cluster, so we enable the keep state. And then this is the way to tell the agent the secret that we created. And then this is for you to collect metrics on Argo CD, or so there's more that you can add here depending on the specification of your project and whatever you're working on. And then we're using this command here to install. So I'm using upgrade instead of install here because if I run this script multiple times, I don't want it to complain or give me an error. So anytime I run the script, it's going to go ahead and upgrade my chart. Okay, and then after that, we can check the state of the pods if they are running, and then we'll go to the UI to view. So let me go back to my terminal, and then we can run the code. So on here, so let me check if my Minikube cluster is working. Let me check the status. Okay, so Minikube is running. Let's check. So this is one node, this Minikube. So we have one node for our Minikube cluster here. So let's check the namespaces. So right now we have the namespace, the default namespace, and Kubernetes namespaces that are meant for running Kubernetes services. So we're going to go ahead and run this script here. We're going to create a namespace called Datadog. We're going to create our secret in that namespace, which is the Datadog namespace. So now if I get my namespace again, you can see that we have a Datadog namespace. So I have Kubernetes installed. So I'll go ahead. Right now I'm in the default namespace. I want to lock myself in the Datadog namespace. So I'll just go ahead and lock myself in the Datadog namespace. Now, the next step is to run the script. So let's go ahead and let me make a directory called project. I'm going to cd in that directory. So right now this directory is empty. So let's go ahead and create a file. We're going to name it, let's see, I'm going to name it, it's a bash shell script, so we're naming it script.sh, and then I'm going to copy the content. Let's see here. And then I'm going to see. Let me copy it again. And then I don't know why. Okay, so let's go ahead and so let's go ahead and try again. It looks like I was copying the entire file, so it wasn't coming up. So let's do vim script.sh, and then I'll go ahead and copy only the script. It's like I was copying the entire file. So I need only the script, so I'll copy it from here so that doesn't give me any issues. Okay. So this is our script. I already explained what each line of the script here is doing. So I'll go ahead and save it in column X, and then using ch mode. So we want to make it executable so we can run it. So now let's do bash script.sh. It's gonna take a minute for everything to come up. Right, so now if I do ls, we can see that a copy of the Helm chart has been downloaded into my directory. So we can cd into that. Then if I do ls, so we can see all the Helm charts that has been given us here. So this is our override values file that we created. The rest came with the Helm chart. So if I open the values file, if I vim into the values, right? So this is a huge file. This is a huge file. So that's why we had to create the override values file here, because we don't want to go into this huge file anytime we want to make change. So we create the override values file so that anything that we want to enable here, we can go ahead and enable that. So let me close that. So column. So let's go ahead and check our pods if they are running. kubectl. Okay, so we see the Datadog cluster agent and the keep state metrics collector. The agent 2/3, that means it's still getting ready. So let me watch. Okay, so it looks like the cluster agent is also up. Now let's go to Datadog UI to see if we can see some logs and metrics coming in. So this is our account here. So we'll go to, so first let's go to service management and let's check the events. So if you check the events, you can see that just now, right, we can see some data coming in from our Kubernetes cluster. Tells you that the agent has been installed successfully on our Kubernetes cluster and is managing our Docker containers. We see the events that are coming in. Now let's go down to see infrastructure here. Let's go down to infrastructure list. Now we can see our Minikube cluster. That was the name we gave to it. So we can see that here. If I click on it, so it's gonna show me all the containers that are currently running on my Kubernetes cluster. If I go to Kubernetes, then it's going to show me about the Kubernetes node, right? So we have a control plane, the kube proxy, the controller, all the stuff that we know about Kubernetes control plane. You're gonna see all of them running here. So we are also collecting metrics. So we can see some metrics that are coming in already from our cluster here to give me information about the host. We also enabled collection of logs, so we can see some logs coming in here in our cluster. So this is how you install the Datadog agent on Kubernetes cluster. In our next video, what we're going to install PagerDuty, and then we're going to integrate that with Datadog so that anytime something happens to our infrastructure, if the pod dies, if the pod restarts, if something happens to our node, if we are running out of memory, CPU, we are going to get Slack notification, and then we are also going to get a phone call. So that's how you manage your production environment so that the people you have on call can respond to whatever incidents or issues that is happening to your infrastructure. If you like this video, follow me for more content. Thank you very much for watching this video.